Hi, everybody. It's Mr. Turkelson. This is exercise 12B from week 14. This is the ablative case. I had a long video, longish, 10, I don't know, 9, 10 minutes. I don't know how much you can bear up with these videos of mine, but they are well intended. So I gave some ideas about ablative case in that video. So this is really assuming that you sort of watch some of that. But I will repeat some of the main things because, ablative can be a little tricky. So again, to repeat, cases tell what nouns do in sentences, okay? So nominative case is for subjects. Genitive case shows possession. Accusative case, as we've seen, is used for direct objects or objects of prepositions. Vocative case is used for speaking directly to somebody. When we say serve, we are talking to a slave. And then we have ablative case. There's also dative case, but we're not going to get to that for another 12 chapters, believe it or not. So this is the last case you're going to see. Ablative case. So ablative is used either with a preposition, as we see here in the virtual high school chapter 14.4 page, with prepositions. It can be ablative is very much like about prepositions, as I think was introduced in the last chapter or two. So here we see prepositional phrases: in the villa, sub arbore, a rivo, e horto, cum Marco, cum Julia. Each of these prepositions happens to be followed by a word in the ablative case. This villa here is a first declension noun. That long A shows that it's ablative. Arbor is a third declension noun. The short E is the ablative ending for that declension. Rivos means stream. That's second declension. The O there is ablative for second declension, as we see also here with hortus, which is garden. So a horto and a rivo. And Marcus is also second declension. Cum Marco, excuse me, and cum Julia. Julia is first declension once again. So the long A here and the long A there, but here O O O for second declension, and the short E for third declension. So this is all sort of fancy ways of saying simple things in a way. Ablative of place where, ablative of place from which. Oh my gosh, it sounds so terrible, right? Ablative of accompaniment. Oh my gosh. In short, these are all prepositions, though. These prepositions happen to be followed by the ablative case. That is the critical thing to remember there. Ablative is used after certain prepositions. Ablatives can also be used without prepositions. And that is where a little bit of imagination is required on your part. When you recognize a verb, or not a verb, when you recognize an expression like this that has these ablative endings, here we see prima, which is an adjective of first declension, similar to Julia and Villa here, mixed in with a third declension noun. Lux means light, and luce is ablative for that. So we have prima luce, at first light. So you have to kind of bring a preposition to it, even though there is nothing there. Ablatives express a kind of prepositional sort of expression usually. Cornelia gets up when? At first light. So ablative answers questions like, when is this happening? Um, Either at first light or in a short time, brevi tempore. Ablative of means answers the question with what, meaning with what thing or with what instrument or with what object is something being done. Davos, for example, beats the slave baculo. The word baculum means stick, but ablative here, baculo, means with a stick. And Cornelia holds Flavia complexu. Now that you're maybe wondering why the U there. That is for a fourth declension now that you have not met yet. But trust me, it is ablative. So Cornelia holds Flavia, and then we see embrace. Now how do we do that? Cornelia holds Flavia in an embrace, with an embrace, something like that. So again, you create a prepositional phrase even though there is no preposition here. Ablative of manner answers the question how. How are certain things being done? Sextus shouts. Magna voce. Does Sextus shout the loud voice? No, he shouts in a loud voice or with a loud voice. And Davos groans. The word gemit is groans. He groans with great anger. So at first light, in a short time, with a stick, in an embrace, with a loud voice, with great anger. So either has a preposition or it does not, and you introduce a kind of prepositional phrase to it. So that is the deal. Here is 12b. The idea here is read the sentence aloud. Obviously, I can't check in on that, but locate the words in the ablative case and the prepositional phrases that use the ablative case. So then translate and give the Latin. Give in Latin the question or questions that each sentence answers. So I think I'm going to have to bring a separate piece of paper in here or a separate document to show you at least one of these or two of these. Cornelia Flaviam a villa ducit. Cornelia is nominative. She's the subject. She leads or she brings. Flavia, Flaviam here is a direct object. So the object of that verb. Cornelia leads Flavia. And then here's the prepositional phrase here. A villa, out of the villa. That characteristic long A ending is there again, and it happens because of this preposition a or x, out of. So then the question that answers, that's the tricky part. And if you look back, I do urge you strongly to please look over this, because here are these questions that you can use to effectively model your questions for that exercise. Ablative answers questions like where or with whom, from where, with whom, etc. And so these are the answers over here, right? Where is Cornelia? She's in the villa. Where is Sextus? Underneath the trees, under the trees. From where do the slaves take the water? They take it out of the stream. With whom, quocum means with whom, that's a singular whom, and this is a plural whom, quibus cum. And then that can be answered. With whom? With the father, with the friends. Pretty straightforward there. You see the cum sort of embedded in that long word there. Literally, with whom, with whom. So, cum patre, cum amicis. But then also, when, ablative of time, at the seventh hour. Note again the long A's here. Nocte, at night. That's third declension, as is this, in the summer. Tribus diebus, also third declension both. That's plural though, in 3 days. In a short time. Maybe you're wondering about that brevi. You haven't learned third declension adjectives, but that is also ablative there, as is this form of time. In a short time, in 3 days. So use this section of the text when you're trying to formulate questions for these answers. In this example here, the perfect question would be, from where does Cornelia lead Flavia? So let's see if I can bring in a text edit document here to show you real quick. All right. And then I'm going to make a new one. Bear with me. All right, so let's say we're on 12b and we're on number 1. Make this a little bigger. Sorry, my computer's now, of course, going to fail me. Oh my God. No, don't do this to me, computer.